Vegetarians are distributed in many parts of the world. India is the country where many vegetarians live. Their religion is called Hinduism. In Hinduism, we worship cattle and think that we will not eat beef, but 30 to 40% of Hindus do not eat meat at all. India has 1.2 billion people, so there are 400 million vegetarians in India. Vegetarian Hindus do not eat eggs, but milk, and thus vegetarians are called lacto-vegetarians. But there are more vegetarians in India than this. Jains do not eat eggs or dairy products or plants that are themselves seeds like potatoes and broccoli. I think broccoli is not eaten because there are insects between the dense flowers, but they are not afraid to chew nasty bugs, because even bugs shouldn't be killed. It is the greatness and dignity of a man who has the ability to sacrifice himself or something else. Anyone who can sacrifice his comfort, happiness, or even his own life is considered a good person. Therefore, if we destroy others for our own pleasure, we are said to devalue ourselves and cut human dignity from the root. One of the ancient Indian scriptures, the Manikos, says that don't eat meat. This is also a matter of non-violence, and furthermore, it is deeply related to the Dharma that governs the way of thinking of Indians. There are several reasons why the law claims vegetarianism. For religious and social reasons, they practice vegetarianism.
There are advantages and disadvantages to vegetarians. The first advantage is that it lowers the risk of developing diabetes. Reducing animal food alone can reduce diabetes. The second advantage is that the dietary fiber rich in fruits and vegetables removes waste products from the body. The third advantage is improving the ability to recover damaged muscle, tendons, and cartilage. This is because plant proteins contain many amino acids called lysine and glutamine. The fourth advantage is that cholesterol intake is reduced, which is good for preventing adult diseases such as high blood pressure and obesity. Next, the first advantage is an increased probability of anemia. This is because plant foods contain very little vitamin B12, so giant red blood cells are produced abnormally. The second disadvantage is that we lack fat, one of the three major nutrients in our body. Fat plays an important role in reproduction, hormone development, and tooth production. The third disadvantage is lack of amino acid, which reduces immunity. The last disadvantage is an increased risk of developing autoimmune disease such as Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis. This is because of a component called leptin when excessive consumption of vegetable proteins that are not easily degraded, unlike animal proteins. Therefore, I think that you should eat it according to yourself with a harmonious diet that suits your constitution.
There are many nutrients you can get from a vegetarian diet, but your health can be negatively affected. Vegetarians lack vitamin D, which plays an important role in producing immune cells. They have less muscle mass than people of similar height and age. Also, the body fat rate is high. Most vegetarians have low blood cholesterol levels because fruits and vegetables have an abundance of dietary fiber, which lowers cholesterol levels. But even if you don't eat any meat, your cholesterol level can be high. Eating fatty foods like confectionery, muffin, cake, biscuit, even if they are not meat, can increase cholesterol levels. Because meat contains essential amino acids, some parts cannot be replaced by vegetarian diet. In this case, there may be health imbalances. If bad health persists, it can lead to disease. One of the health imbalances is malnutrition. If you lack nutrients, you are likely to be attacked by microbes or pests. These attacks can cause cancer. Sometimes food stays longer in the large intestine. Food staying long in the large intestine can also cause colon cancer.
Most people think that vegetarian can improve their skin and stay healthy. But others say, in this case, it leads to the lack of nutrients and the resulting disease. Vegan, a perfect vegetarian, lack iron, protein, calcium. They lead to malnutrition, which can lead to depression and anemia. So, you need to eat fish and beans. In addition, in this case of lacto-vegetarian, it can reduce immunity and cause problems in growth function. A supplement insufficient zinc by ingesting nuts or grains. Ovo-vegetarian takes less calcium, so there is a high risk of osteoporosis due to reduced bone density. It is fully replenished with green vegetable, algae, and vitamin D. Other kinds of vegetarians are more likely to have similar disease if they are not properly controlled. Thus, it is appropriate to have the right knowledge about vegetables. You must learn more about their physical constitution and vegetable state of influence, and eat them properly when you are vegetarian.
Eating only vegetables can lead to lack of nutrients and health problems, but there are vegetarians who eat both meat and vegetables. There are two types of vegetarianism, semi-vegetarian and vegetarian. Semi-vegetarians can eat some meat, and vegetarians does not eat meat. There are vegetarians such as vegan, lacto-ovo, and lacto-ovo. Semi-vegetarians are divided into Palo, Pasco, and Flexitarian. First, vegan only eats vegetables. Lacto means milk and ovo means eggs. So, lacto-vegetarians can eat dairy products and ovo-vegetarians can eat eggs. Lacto-ovo-vegetarians eat eggs and dairy products. Palo-vegetarians doesn't eat red meat, namely pork or beef, but they eat fish or poultry. Pasco refers to vegetarians who eat vegetables and fish. Finally, the flexitarians basically aims for vegetarianism, but depending on the situation, they eat meat according to their own standards. Flexitarians allow themselves to eat meat when they eat out or have dinner together. If you want to start vegetarianism, I think it's a good idea to start a semi-vegetarian diet and change it to a vegetarian later on.
People often say vegetarianism is not good or vegetarianism is good for the body. However, everyone respects individual choices, and there are many kinds, so I think it's better to choose according to your body.